Welcome to my channel, Technical Arquen. My name is Arnab Kundu. It's a continuation part of Python language. Today's topic, data types. So, go for it. Let's talk about data types in Python. Okay. Python data types are the classification or categorization of data items. List of data types are in Pythons, and there the first one is none, second one is numeric, third one is Boolean, fourth one string, fifth one list, sixth one tuple, seventh one set, eighth one range, and ninth one dictionary. Today we are discuss about none, numeric, Boolean and string, and rest of the data types we will discuss in our next videos. Okay, so first we talk about none. What is none? When a variable is not assigned a value is known as none. Now go for example of none data type. So just we write a and equal none, n should be capital. Okay, so what happened when we write that line? None is also internally represented as an object. Consider a equal to none. That means a is officially not pointing to any value. Instead, it is pointing to none. Okay, so if we want to know what the id of a, so just write print and write id and we write a. So what we get? Suppose it will create a memory. For example, suppose it is create a memory a and the memory is suppose 18911. So the id will be represent this 18911. Why? Because it's an object identity. Okay, and if we want to know what the type of a, so write print and then write type and we are just write a and after press enter, so we get that it's a none type. Okay, most important point for none data type, it should remember that inside the Python there will be only one none object can be created. If you assign none to any number of variables, also all the variables are going to represent the same object. Okay, means only one none object will create in memory. Okay. Number two, numeric. Especially numeric data types are divided into three different parts. One is integer, second one floating point, also known as float, and there is a complex number. Okay. So let's discuss details about this numeric data type. Now the second data type is numeric. So first we discuss the integer. So go for an example. Suppose we write a equal to 10 and press enter. So after that, if we print that value a, so we got 10 because the value of a is 10, right? And if we print the type of a, just print type and within first bracket write a, and what we get? We get it's a integer type, class int. Okay. Also in Python, more information on integer values with non-decimal basis. Okay, means actually we are talking a equal to 10. Here 10 is a decimal. If we talk about the other non-decimal basis, then we get some other information. Okay, so what the information is? Now for binary, the prefix should be, and in binary the base is 2. For octal it should be 0 O for octal and the base is 8. For hexadecimal it is 0 X and it should be hexadecimal and the base is 16. Okay. Python interprets a sequence of decimal digits without any prefix to be a decimal number. Means when we declare octal, binary, hexadecimal, we should provide this prefix, but in case of decimal we don't need to do that. So for that example, what happened? In case 10 we are written is a decimal, so there is no need to give in any prefix here. Okay. Now go for an example. Suppose we are write print and we print the octal value, so 0 and suppose write 10. So what it print? It just print in decimal what is the value. Okay. Now if we print in hexadecimal, so 0x and suppose we are write 10, so what it get? We get 16 as output. Why? Because 16 is a decimal value for conversion of hexadecimal 10. Means in hexadecimal 10, if we convert into decimal, we get 16. So for another example, suppose we write print and suppose we are write 0b 10. So what do we get? It will be 2. Why? So now in binary it is 10. So binary 10, when it converts into decimal, we get 2 as output. Now if we write print and we want to write the type of 0x10, so we get it will be an integer. So output will be class int. That means in Python, non-decimal bases are known as integer. Means binary, octal and hexadecimal, they are the different number system and all are treated as an integer when the values are pure number or whole number. Okay. The point should remember that Python 2.x supports 4 built-in numeric types like int, long, float and complex. But from Python 3.x, long type has been dropped. The int type is now of unlimited length by default. Okay. Now go for the floating point data types or float. Okay. So go for an example. Suppose we are write b equal to 1.25. Okay. After that, if we print that, write print b, so we get 1.25. Now suppose if we want to know what the type of b, so we write print and we write type and write b, and it will give an output class float. Okay. So float is also the another numeric data type in Python. Okay. Now go for the another data type is a complex number which is included in Python. So for an example, suppose we write c equal to 6 plus 9j. Actually what happened in Python, complex numbers are specified as real part and imaginary part. So this is your real part and this is your imaginary part, and the imaginary part also defined by the j. Means in Python, j actually represent root over minus 1. Okay. So in that way in Python we write the complex number. Okay. Now if we want to print that number, so write print and within first bracket c, so we get 6 plus 9j. Okay. And also if we want to print the type of c, so print and we are write type c, so what we get? We get class and it's a complex. Okay. In Python, for complex number is concerned, j is used for complex notation. Okay, and which is represent root over minus 1. There is another data type, it is a Boolean, and the Boolean in Python contains two values. One is true, other is false. Okay. So go for an example. Suppose we are write a equal to 10 and after we are write b equal to 20. Okay. Now we are just write c equal to a greater than b and enter. So what happened? A is 10 and b is 20. Now check 10 greater than 20. So it's a false actually. So c will store a false as its value. So if we want to print c, so we get as output false. Take another example, d equal a less than b. So what happened? Now a is 10, now b is 20. So 10 less than 20, it's true. So what happened? If we print the variable d, so we get true as output. Okay. In Python, a Boolean data type has two values. One is true and another is false. And if we print the type of the variable, suppose we are print and the type of d, then we get as output class and it in bool, means is a Boolean type. Okay. Now another example of data type string. Strings are sequence of characters data. Okay. String literals may be surrounded using either single or double quotes. Okay. So go for an example. So in prompt, suppose we are write print and we are write within double quote technical arcoen. Okay. So within this prompt we are write print and within first bracket we write within a double quote technical arcoen and press enter. So it will print technical arcoen as output because string is given within a double quote and it's a string literal, and also string can be written in that format, write print and within single quote we are write suppose technical arcoen and press enter. So it's also print the same string literal as output. Okay. Now we talk about the number system conversion in Python. There are basically 4 number systems are there. One is decimal, whose base is 10, binary, base is 2, octal, base is 8, and hexadecimal, base is 16. In Python, there are 3 functions are there through which we can convert one number system to another number system. Using this bin function, we can convert decimal to binary. For oct, this function we can convert from decimal to octal. For this hex function, we can convert from decimal to hexadecimal. So go for an example. So suppose we are write bin and we are given a decimal number 25, and if we enter, so we get 0b11001, means 25 in decimal. Now it convert into binary, we got 0b1100, and we already discussed that if it is a binary number in Python, the prefix should be 0b. The same way, if we write oct and the decimal number system is 25, so we get an output as 0031, means when we convert 25 which is in decimal and convert into octal, we get 31 as output, and the prefix should be 0 O in Python. Now the another example, suppose hex and within first bracket we write 25 which is in decimal, and what will be the output? 0x, because the prefix for hexadecimal is 0x and the output is 19. Okay. I hope you have understood this topic, and more parts of Python will come in my upcoming videos. Okay. Another thing for friends, don't forget to subscribe my channel Technical Arcoen and also click on the bell icon. Okay. So thank you and keep watching.